I believe Blake was very inappropriate with Justin Baldoni. Blake, that lady fell in love with Justin Baldoni, but come on, did you hear his voice? Oh my God. You know, when I said that they are not men like Baldoni, I know what I'm talking about. You know, there are not many. This is embarrassing. This is seriously embarrassing, guys. This is seriously, seriously embarrassing. For someone, I don't know. Is it about going to school? So hi guys, how are we all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chin of Gillette Style Glam. If it's your first time here with me, thank you so much for being here. And if you're already subscribed, you are absolutely welcome. And I want to say a big welcome also to the new members of the family. So today we are still on Blake Lively. Listen, it's all up in the air for her. There's so, in fact, you know, it's quite overwhelming, but this is one of those things, this is one of those stories that I am drawn to. And I am drawn to it because, you know, I feel like this is someone who perpetuated a lie to steal something. And I've always been of the school of thought that no matter what you do, it is never okay. It's never okay to take what doesn't belong to you. Never. It's never, ever okay. Because in one fell swoop, right, her lawsuit has just gone to, zero. It's nothing. And, you know, she brought out the amended complaints at 11:59 on the said day that the deadline she was given. And I don't know why they have to keep doing it at 1 minute. Again, let me just, in a nutshell, that amended lawsuit is crap. I'm not a lawyer, but when I heard people saying the things I was saying, I was like, okay. You know, in one of my comments, because I used this thing, and I'm like, in one of my comments, anyway, I'm going to go through. I don't want to, spill the beans, but I want to just walk through some of the notes I made concerning her amended complaint. This is embarrassing. This is seriously embarrassing, guys. This is seriously, seriously embarrassing. For someone, I don't know. Is it about going to school? Because, I don't know. Is it about going to school? Because this is an apology. All right. So in everything, first of all, my first notes, one of the first notes I made was, I had said in my the video, the episode 2 of this video, I said that everything was premeditated. And up until now, I still stand by that. Everything was premeditated. We're also going to talk about, there is something, I'm beginning to put 2 and 2 together to get 10. And for the first time, 2 and 2 will give me 10. And I'm sure that 2 and 2 will give me 10. But I'm coming to that. We're going to be talking about Ari Emmanuel. But I'm getting to that. Let's know. I don't want to jump the gun, All right. So reading through her lawsuit, I'm reading one of the quotes. She said, Mr. Baldoni, blah, 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 associates embarked on a sophisticated press campaign, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not going to go through this because it's crappy. So in my notes, I said, I believe that RR was, that's Ryan Reynolds. His plan all along was to use this film, right, as a basis for sexual harassment. Because again, I'm asking, where is the sexual harassment? Nothing in your amended lawsuit points to the fact that you were sexually harassed in any way, shape, or form. Because Blake Lively went from, I'm the one who's sexually harassed, to fingering other people that had issues, purportedly, with sexual harassment. And I'm like, no, something is not making sense here, right? And while she did that, and I'm asking, but I thought you said you are the one who was sexually harassed. So why are we now pointing fingers at other people? You are the one who was sexually harassed, no other person, right? So it also, made me, I also believe the theory of Be Better. That guy is good. And Be Better said in his video, and that video was that was when he first made that theory, and that video was flagged by Ryan Reynolds' team and Blake Lively's team to bring it down, because he put out a theory, and he put out a theory of them trying to get Isabelle Ferrer and this other one to to do something, and and they were not budging, right? He's good. Be Better, he's very good. And so I wrote that something clicked to Ryan Reynolds, that it was a genius idea of some sort, probably, that as he saw his wife misbehave. Listen, we all know Blake, that lady fell in love with Justin Baldoni, but come on, did you hear his voice? Oh my God. When I said that they are not men like Baldoni, I know what I'm talking about. There are not many. And I think he saw his wife misbehave, fall in love, or, be inappropriate. I believe Blake was very inappropriate with Justin Baldoni. I believe she was. And each time she did that, right, he pushed her away, and she didn't like that. I believe she misbehaved. I believe strongly. And because she couldn't get what she wants, or she didn't get what she wanted, she decided to go this route. Now, it's one of two things. Did she misbehave to be able to validate this plan that she's on right now? Or did she misbehave and this is now her fallback plan? I want to repeat to Blake Lively. Blake, fake, plantation princess, D-list or F-list or Z-list actress, whichever one you are. I want to point out something to you. You were never that important, number one. Two, you are very inappropriate in the way you talk, in the way you act, in everything you do. You're quite inappropriate. So I'm sorry, right? Because you met a man who is very disciplined and who decided, listen, I'm going to stop this right here. It's not going to go further than this. And she was in love, or she fell in love with Justin Baldoni. I also strongly believe that this couple's marriage has run its course. And so Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, this is a theory I have. Their marriage has run its course, right? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are on the verge of divorce. And not to leave her, because again, Ryan Reynolds is the one who's got investments and all. And I feel like, in a way, not to leave her with little less than anything, right? Especially with 4 kids. They decided, okay, to create this master plan of, her to keep, earning money even when she's, asleep. And that is why I believe their marriage has run its course. And the marriage ran its course a while ago, not now. Right? And in all honesty, I also believe that Ryan Reynolds is out. I don't know. It's just a feeling I have. I've not seen anything to say otherwise, but I believe strongly that he's already out of that marriage. He's no longer, I believe that he's no longer fully involved in that marriage. I don't know, but I feel that way. Anyway, the next comment I made was, she was referencing content creators. Hey, and I'm like, this, ça c'est le dérapage total. Elle a dérapé totalement. Parce que là, franchement, comment tu dis que c'est les créateurs de contenu? Hey, ours is to use the content and the sleuths out there who are doing a fabulous job, right? So, no, Justin did not do anything. This is all, listen, and I want to say this for future reference out there. This is me. I was not hired. Nobody told me to say what I'm saying here, right? Justin Baldoni doesn't know who I am. I don't know who Justin Baldoni. There was no media campaign. I run my channel independently of anybody. All right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we move. And so, she also outed herself in her amended law complaint. Whew. I read. She outed herself. I can't remember what it was. Okay, so again, she outed herself. So reading the message, Justin Baldoni, it says, morning, not in love with the documents they sent. Not sure I'm feeling this protection I felt on the call. And this is the first time I've personally gone through scenario planning with them. So I think let's let them discuss the thinking behind the documents, blah, blah, blah. So basically, this is Justin Baldoni's own message. And he was talking about, again, you see, everything sounds like, something he got from a receiving end, and he's relaying it back, right? Now, Miss Abel and Miss Nathan exchanged messages between each other, and those messages are quite telling. They are very telling on what exactly happened on that set. Not exactly, but it can give us an insight that she was a nightmare to be with. She was a nightmare to work with. And, this was where I came on and I said, so, and reading through the message, and I'm like, objection, Your Honor. And, the judge says, on what grounds? I'm like, hearsay. And, this right here could have been fabricated. The aforementioned individual didn't like Justin Baldoni. And I think we're talking about Leah Sloan or something. A very funny individual who is now, trying to remove herself from the ongoing case, right? So that's, and then we move on again to, at this point, I can confidently say that Blake Lively is absolutely raving nuts. This is another level of Delulu. Again, these are just notes I made because, listen, it's all up in smoke. It's all up in the air for her. There is no coming back from this. Then here again, I was reading on page, on document 84, I'm asking the question, I thought Blake Lively made a sexual harassment complaint. Where is the evidence of that? I think every one of us, we got through all of that at some point. Listen, I can't. But then what is quite interesting to me, because listen, for me, it's crazy. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of parallels that we can bring out from this as time goes on. What was quite interesting to me is the fact that Blake Lively has lied from the beginning of the press junket of this movie till now.
The chemistry with Justin also was off the charts. I mean, really, truly, you fell in love with both couples, with Lily, with both of them. And Blake, you always have a vision. So talk to me about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes. Like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators, which we did have.
Well,
thank goodness.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen this?
That clip?
I actually just saw it too. It was on Instagram yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that romance is really important. You're supposed to, tell a story well and make people feel, but you're also supposed to do it in a way that is like safe and respectful for all. So yeah, I guess that's the role of intimacy coordination. But yeah, when I think of my involvement in the film, I don't really see that as the thing that I did. I did probably everything else. You touched on everything else here and there, but yeah, we were really lucky I'm fortunate to be able to have had such an all-encompassing experience on this film, and Colleen too.
She has lied. She's been lying. It's crazy. If we draw up the receipts from the press junket on this movie and the promo, Blake Lively said she was the intimacy coordinator, she was the costume designer, she was the director, she was the producer, she was everything. This coming from someone who said that she was sexually harassed. But then you became the costume designer. You were the intimacy coordinator. You were all of these things. So Blake, you're lying. Because now this is you and your tales coming to bite you in the ass. You're lying. We now also find out that within this written amendment where she cites the names of the people she doesn't want to cite, but those names were still leaked. Now, those two people are not even valid witnesses. They are not even, they are compromised. And which brings me to a very interesting point of view. Remember in the last video I put up, I said that Ryan Reynolds was trying to create a mafia. I'm not going to change that language because that's exactly because if this is not, if what they are trying to do, or if this form of hostile takeover is not mafia investigated, and, I don't even know what to call it. So when I said that, what I realized very quickly is that it is a system. She has put a system, or they have put in a system in place whereby they get the people they want to get on their side, right? And then begin, I don't call this is not love bombing. This is bribe. From Temu Tjor to Isabelle Ferrer to Jessica Slate, or whatever she calls herself. And the other one who was on the podcast with Justin Baldoni, and all of them. This is all a master plan. This plan had been in motion for the longest time. And why do I say this? We have now found out that the lady who was doing the podcast with Justin Baldoni was given a gig, right? And immediately it's dropped. Immediately this lawsuit dropped. Boom, she was out the window, to go and take another job. Why? Because this was the deal. She was promised that. And I'm coming to Colleen Hoover, and I'm coming to Temu Tjor. I'm coming to you people because you two are the worst piece of that ever walked the surface of the earth. I'm coming to both of you. And by God, I'm going to find that video. I'm going to put it here. And then with Isabelle Ferrer, we hear Isabelle Ferrer talking about the fact that, she was taken care of. She's a sister. She's a this, she's a that. Honey, it's none of those things. She was using you. She needed to use you. They were using you. They just wanted you. Like I said, because if we go through all of this, we realize very quickly that this was a grand plan in motion. It had begun way before Justin Baldoni knew anything was going on. Justin Baldoni was just a victim of a bigger plan that he had no clue about. He didn't know. He was just a victim. He walked into a trap that was set, and boom, they now allowed it to play. What they did not bargain for was that Justin had receipts. Now, we are hearing the names of some of the people who actually knew what was going on. I'm going to look for the video and put it. I can't remember all their names because it's so much information. It's And many of them are coming out now and are talking about the disgust. The assistant director spoke about, has said hers, and they are all willing to come forward. Now, why am I saying why? This is why I'm pointing to the fact that, you know, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively had planned this all out. This was a mafia hostile takeover. Because Ryan Reynolds somehow, some way or the other, saw the potential of this film. Blake Lively, in all honesty, I feel is too dumb to have understood the potential of this movie. And it was her husband who pointed it out to her and said, hey, honey, you can't sleep on this. In the first video I did about these two people, I actually did say that she didn't read the book. I'm going to look for an excerpt and put it here. She did not read that book at all. So if she did read the book, she would have known 9 out of 10 that a lot of the things that she did were whack. And I cited it even in the end scene at the part when she had the baby. Right? That wasn't that is not the action. That is not the emotion of a woman who's just had a baby towards a man who abused her. The lies are piling up, honey, and you have to do better than 10 million. Yes, we heard that. Listen, you guys are worth 700, vomit 400. New York Times, you vomit 250. Omo, we are made. We don't even care. This is all for Justin Baldoni. We don't want to know. 650 million. Last price. 500 million. But una go vomit that money. You people will bring out that money. And I come to Colin Hoover and Temu Tjor. If you don't know who Temu Tjor is, please go to TikTok. You will know. You find out who Temu Tjor. I got the name from Bohemian Diva. Shout out to you, girl. And so we are in a situation where Colin Hoover was in on this. She sat down there with Temu Tjor and all of them. And this less than R-rated, this less than A-rated, B-rated, this Z-rated or minus 100-rated actress opens her mouth and tells them that she's the one who was the intimacy coordinator, who was this, who was that, who was that. And they all looked on. They all knew she was lying, but they all kept quiet. They kept quiet because they were in on it. Colin Hoover, you betrayed Justin Baldoni. Ah, God, I can't even say the kind of prayer I want to say for you, because if I say that prayer, YouTube will take my video down. I can't even swear for you the way I really, really want to swear for you, because if I do, it will catch you. I'm African. I speak with the source of the earth. It will touch you. Temu Tjor, you were promised a movie role. Shay, you have gone to go and film the movie. Shay, you are expecting us to bombard it at the box office. Lorira, we are going nowhere. You are going to watch that film by yourself. You see that film. You on your own did not read the book. I'm going to show you guys a picture of the original cover, movie cover of that film. And Temu Tjor, unfortunately for you, you allowed yourself to be used and your name was removed. So the only person that we see whose name is on the cover is Blake Lively. Now, in my opinion, that book, I've said it before, is worth nothing. And because of that, I said it in my last video that I think that you're Blake Lively, you're a phenomenal actress. No, you are worse than phenomenal. You are worse than Z-rated. You are worse than X or minus 100 rated. You don't figure. I take it back. I thought that you understood, and you were going to learn from what you did. But unfortunately, you didn't learn anything. All this was for you was to take over someone else's hard work. hard work for something you did not read, hard work for something you did not do, hard work for a movie you did not direct, hard work for everything that you complain, hard work that you don't even have. And this is why I'm going to say this next statement. Please, you see, auditioning, there is a reason why people audition for roles. You audition for roles so that you actually get the person who is qualified for that role. This is a woman that has been going from door to door begging and kneeling down and cajoling and manipulating her way into getting roles. Why? Because she feels that she's too big. She feels that it's beneath her. Why should she audition? She's Blake Lively. Yes, that is her mindset. So for her, it's always about going to look for anyone who is going to be willing to listen to her bullshit and give her a role. That's all it is for her. Who is going to listen to her BS and get her a role? That's all it is for her. So I think with this now, Hollywood, I think it is going to be very important that auditioning for roles remain important. It has to remain valid and important because this is a mess. I want to go, and I'm going to finish this video. There's so much to say, so I'm going to continue with another video. I want to face Ari Emmanuel. I'm not going to talk about what he said on that radio show. That one is nothing. You know, when Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, said that when the case goes to trial, that we'll know the real reason and we'll know the real players behind what happened at the movies. Now, thanks to Bohemian Diva, she came out with this whole, presentation of who Ari Emmanuel is. And she talked about what the guy owned and so many other things. And when she talked about this, my head just got thinking. If you have not, I'm going to attach her video here if you want to watch it. And my head got thinking. And I went back to what Brian Friedman said when he said, we'll know the real players behind what happened on the set. And I began to put 2 and 2 together to get 10. This is a theory, but I believe that we are getting close by because, in the first video I said, we haven't known the real reason why things just went left this way. And I think, au fur et à mesure, on va trouver la réponse. Au fur et à mesure, on va résoudre cette enquête. Because now, with Ari Emmanuel making himself public and seeing all the ties and the links he has to Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, and how quickly he dropped Justin Baldoni, what was the deal? Something changed. Colin Hoover, you need to go and apologize profoundly and publicly to Justin Baldoni. And on this note, what I'm going to say finally, the last video I put up, I actually cited the Hollywood Reporter, and I really wish I did not get that part out of the film, out of the video, because I deleted it. I deleted it because I felt like I hadn't read. I actually did read it, but I felt like I was trying to get through the message so quickly. And so I kind of wasn't clear. But with what I know now, I'm going to put back everything I said about the Hollywood Reporter in another video. I'm going to dissect everything. There was an article the Hollywood Reporter, came out with that I had read. And so that article is what I'm going to cite, and any other articles that have come out. If you've been with me this far to this video, I'm sure you should have subscribed by now. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Leave your subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.